Welcome to Chapter 1 of our series, Retire Comfortably, Planning at Any Age. In this episode titled, Define Your Retirement, What Do You Actually Want?, we're going to explore how to pinpoint your personal retirement aspirations. So, grab a cup of coffee and let's dive in. About 8 in 10 people can tell you their target retirement savings, but only a small slice can describe a single weekday in their retired life. 1 year from now, which will matter more, the size of your account or what your Tuesday actually feels like? 8 out of 10 people can quote a number, yet only a fraction can say with any clarity whom they want to spend time with, what they want to work on, paid or not, or where they want to wake up most mornings once the alarm clock is optional. That gap matters. Money can buy choices, but only if you've already decided which choices you care about. In this episode, we'll flip the usual script. Instead of asking, "Will I have enough?" we'll start with, "Enough for what exactly?" We'll look at how researchers, planners, and even therapists help people move from fuzzy hopes, travel more, relax, give back, to concrete patterns of days, weeks, and seasons. Think less in terms of retirement as an event and more as a portfolio of activities, relationships, and responsibilities you deliberately design around your values. Researchers find that people plan more effectively when they zoom in on specific scenes, not just broad themes. So rather than "I'll travel" or "I'll have more free time," the sharper questions are, how often, with whom, and what trade-offs you're willing to make elsewhere. Think of it like adjusting the seasoning in a stew. More of one ingredient almost always means a bit less of another. A long overseas trip might mean fewer dinners out the rest of the year. Helping adult kids financially might delay a move. Clarity here doesn't limit you, it gives you a realistic script to revise as life changes. Most people jump straight from "I'll stop working at 65" to spreadsheets. Research suggests there's a crucial step in between, translating your future into roles and rhythms. Start with roles. Who do you want to be in that phase of life? Not job titles, life roles. Maybe you see yourself as a part-time consultant, grandparent on call, community organizer, traveler, or apprentice woodworker. Studies in psychology show that when people anchor their plans in identities, "I'm a mentor," "I'm a creator," rather than vague activities, they stick with them longer and feel less adrift after leaving full-time work. Then layer in rhythms, daily, weekly, and seasonal patterns. A useful trick from life planning questionnaires is to sketch template days. One for a high-energy day, one for a quiet day, one for bad weather or low-mood days. Who are you interacting with? How much structure do you want versus open space? People who do this tend to avoid the classic honeymoon, then boredom cycle that shows up in retirement satisfaction studies. Next, broaden from time to domains of life. Planners often break this into at least 5 buckets: health, relationships, meaningful work, paid or unpaid, play, adventure, and contribution. Go through each and ask, in a really good year, what's happening here? The point isn't perfection, it's to surface tensions. Want lots of travel and heavy involvement with local grandkids? Prefer to age in place and crave winter sunshine elsewhere? Those frictions are where real planning begins. This is also where the money side quietly re-enters. Consumption smoothing models, for example, take your envisioned patterns and ask, how much does this lifestyle cost per year, adjusted for taxes and inflation, if you don't want your standard of living to whiplash up and down? Scenario tools let you test variations. What if I work 3 days a week until 70? What if I downsize at 62 and redirect housing savings to travel? Think of it like a doctor building a treatment plan. They don't start with a random prescription, but with your history, constraints, and what feeling well means to you. Your retirement design should do the same. Ground the numbers in a specific, livable future that feels worth funding, not just survivable. Think about how small shifts in emphasis change the whole picture. Two people might both say, "I want freedom," yet design very different futures. One person treats retirement like rewriting a recipe. They keep the work ingredient, but turn it down to a simmer, consulting 10 hours a week, then turn up learning and connection by joining a language class and a hiking group. Their finances now need to support modest travel, course fees, and reliable gear more than luxury splurges.
Another person keeps the recipe simple but higher quality, fewer activities, more depth. They imagine long, unhurried mornings, regular lunches with one close friend, and one big creative project each year. The budget here might lean less on airfare and more on making the home environment comfortable, funding a workshop, or upgrading tools for a hobby. The key is noticing how each tweak, more time here, less intensity there, quietly shifts the cash flow, risk tolerance, and buffer you'll want in your plan. Retirement tech will keep nudging you toward clarity. Longevity tools may give you a likely range of healthy years, like a personalized weather report for your 60s, 70s, and 80s. VR tools could let you walk through a Tuesday 10 years from now and notice what's missing. As auto features quietly manage more of the investing, the edge won't be in picking funds, but in refining the script they're funding, then updating it as your interests, health, and relationships shift over time. As you draft that next version of your future, notice how it feels in your body. Do certain plans make your shoulders drop or your mind race? Those signals are data too. Let your numbers serve those instincts, not steamroll them. Over time, you're not locking in a script. You're refining a playlist you can keep remixing as life and priorities change. Before next week, ask yourself, if my work paycheck disappeared tomorrow but my basic bills were covered, what 3 things from this episode's ideas, travel, grandkids, volunteering, part-time work, hobbies, health, would I actually want to spend most of my week doing, and how many hours would each get? Then ask, what does a great Tuesday in retirement look like for me from morning to night, and what parts of that ideal Tuesday could I experiment with in a small way this week? Finally, ask, looking at the gap between my current Tuesdays and that ideal retirement Tuesday, what is one concrete change, a new routine, a commitment, a conversation I'm willing to make in the next 7 days to move even 5% closer? This was Owl Up, your daily step forward. To keep learning with structured courses and more insights, go to owlup.co. Until tomorrow.